Digitec Studios on the set of Girl We Need to Talk with author, playwright, writer, actress, and domestic abuse survivor, Jennifer Blue, helping to combat domestic violence.
Okay, and I'm back, and the kids are together. They're good. So now it's just me and you. Let's have some more girl time. As I was sitting back there getting my life together, it made me think about there's nothing worse than trying to be a rib to the wrong man. I love this man more than I loved myself. You know, sometimes arguing with a narcissist is like getting arrested. Everything you say will be used against you. And I can't tell you how many times I felt like I was in prison. I felt like I was in a prison, but I actually had a key to the door, and I didn't use it. And I had every opportunity to walk out, but I couldn't. I mean, I could, but I couldn't. I didn't think I could. I kept telling myself for years that he's going to change. He's going to change. It's going to get better. And honestly, you know what? I truly believe that there was times that he did try to change, but he would always revert back, always go back to that same person. He's my abuser. That's all. At the end of the day, he was not going to change. It seemed like the harder I loved him, the more he abused me. It's so hard to imagine. It's really hard for a lot of people to understand how can we love someone that hurts us so much? How, you know, actually, it wasn't all bad times, you know. In the good moments, I mean, looking back now, there was way more bad moments than there was good moments. And now I look back and I see that, you know, the bad did outweigh the good. But during those good moments, 2 beautiful children came from that. But I was still in denial. I would have done anything to keep him. And I'm sure you can relate to that. It's hard to explain how I could love a man that could hurt me so much. But at the end of the day, I just refuse to accept the truth. Are you ready to accept the truth? Are you ready to get the help that you need? Because no matter how much help I had at that time, I still wasn't ready to leave. And you may not be ready to leave. But don't be mad at yourself. Don't give up. Don't stop wanting to want better. I need you to understand that it takes a woman 6 to 7 times before they leave their abuser. And honey, do me a favor, times that by 10, and that's how many times it took me to leave him. And they're gonna try and come back. They are going to try to come back once you leave. They're gonna try and get you back. I guarantee you. But I need you to know that there's a difference, baby. There is a difference in being needed and being beaten. Sometimes we feel like we're in control because they say, I need you back. I want you back. Baby, please come back. Baby, I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again. It's a lie. Trust me when I say it's a lie, because if they do it once, they're going to do it again. And you just need to come back to reality, because to me, I thought that the world of abuse, that was my reality. But I need you to understand that there's a way out, and it's time to go. There's times that I look back and I think about when I did leave. I have to share this with you, because there was a time that I finally had it. I had absolutely had it, girl. I was done. I was gone. I do need to share with you, because I want you to know that I've been where you are. I've been where you are. I left many times. There was one time I left, and me and the kids, we moved into a house. I was so proud of myself. We moved into a house. I didn't have a stove. I didn't have a refrigerator. I didn't have nothing but 2 couches and a set of mattresses. But guess what we did have? We had a peace of mind. And let me tell you, baby, that is priceless. So I'm out on my own, and I remember, I was living in Detroit at the time. And I don't know if you know, but the winters in Detroit are savages. They're a beast. But this one particular winter that I left, I was so glad it was cold because I had to keep our groceries in a plastic bag out on the back porch, but I didn't care. I did not care that we had to do that because the kids were happy, I was happy. When I got my next check, I bought a little microwave, and then the next check, I bought us a little hot plate, and we were happy. But then I got scared. And so what did I do? I went back. And it's okay if you leave and you go back. If you leave and you go back, sometimes, like I said, it takes a woman 6 to 7 times, and it took me way more than that. So don't get mad at yourself if you go back. It's just, it's part of the cycle, okay? But if you can leave and stay out, once you get out, please, please don't stop. Don't stop. You got this. You can do this, okay? Looking back now, I could have did it without him. But he had just kind of got into my head to the point to where I didn't think I could. And like I said, they will have you in a constant state of what is going on. And that's kind of where I was at for so long until I had my aha moment. It took me a long time to get to that aha moment. It took me years to get to that aha moment. And I don't want it to take you years because there was a whole life of happiness waiting for me. But when I got to that aha moment, it took me almost losing my life. It took me almost losing my daughter's life because we were downtown having a good time. I had already left, tried to make it work, came back, baby, let's try to make this work. And so I went back and we went out one night, had a great time, but then guess what? I said something he didn't like. So it blew up into an argument. We're driving down 94 and out of nowhere, boom, that left hand came while I was driving. And my 1.5-year-old daughter was in the back seat. That left hand came again. And it's so ironic that it was always the left hand. And that's the hand that he wore the ring, that he took vows to love, honor, and protect me. Love, honor, and protect me. And he was the main one hurting me. So we get off the freeway and he tells me, let me out, let me out. Girl, I was so ready to let him out. I pulled over on the side of the road. He jumps out of the car. Before I could even I didn't even put the car in park. I had left the car in drive. He jumps over to the driver's side, comes around the car, opens up the door and just starts punching me, punching me, punching me. My baby is in the back seat screaming. Out of the pain of being punched, you know what hurt worse? Hearing that little girl scream in the back. And I remember telling myself, I'm done. He's never going to change. I have to get out for her. I have to get out for the kids. You need to think about these kids more than you think about yourself at this point. It's not just about you. Domestic violence affects everybody. I'm not trying to get on you. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm giving you the facts, okay? So he's punching me, punching me, punching me. The baby's screaming in the back. Finally, I got him because all I kept thinking is, oh, I forgot to tell you the craziest part of it all. He puts his foot on the gas while my foot's on the brake. Engine's about to blow. My foot's on the brake. His foot's on the gas. And all I kept thinking is if I let my foot off this brake, we're flying into traffic. And I said, nope, I'm done. So I told him, I said, please just take your foot off the gas and I'll get over. You can drive. So I get over, he flies down the street, he's punching me some more, slapping me some more, the baby's screaming, and that was my aha moment. I said, I'm not going to let her grow up and think this is okay. Because let me tell you what happens. This is what happens when you have kids involved. You're either going to raise an abuser or you're going to raise a little girl to think it's okay to be abused, and I refuse to do that. So at this point, I need you to sit back and you need to sit back and say, okay, what's more important? Living with him in misery or living without him? My North Carolina mama always says you can either live without him or you can die living with him. And girl, you have way too much potential, okay? You have so much to live for. If you have children, please, 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 I cannot stress this enough. Do not do what I did. Do not think you have to stay for the kids. That is the absolute worst thing that we as mothers in domestic violence relationships can do. I mean, at the end of the day, what do you think's better for the kids? To live in a toxic-free house or to live in a house full of abuse? And I promise you, they will be okay. They are going to be so much happier. You're going to be happier living in a house without abuse, just like the babies are. We have to think about them more than we think about ourselves, okay? We have to love our children more than we love this man. Okay, they can still see their daddy. Their daddy just ain't got to see you all the time. Let me tell you, I am living my best life now. My best life since I left. Did I struggle leaving? Absolutely. I'm not going to tell you it's going to be an easy road. I'm not going to tell you once you leave, tomorrow's going to be a great day. No, it doesn't happen overnight. But guess what? It does happen. I promise you, it does happen. You can do this. You can do this. And guess what? You got me, okay? I love myself so much now that I got to know me. I have so much strength right now. I will loan you some of my strength, girl. We will get through this together, okay? Let's do this together. If you feel you're alone, it's over. You're not alone anymore. You got me, okay? There's so many resources out there that I didn't know about. You got this, girl. You got this. I promise you. Okay, please, please just trust me. Just trust me that you can make it without him. I do suggest trying to put together a plan, okay, because there was many times I left on the whim, didn't quite work out, and I know sometimes that we don't have time to make a plan, but if you can, times are tight right now, I get it, but if you can, put a few dollars aside. Make a little fund, put a little few dollars in here and there. Call it out. No, I'm going to leave his sorry ass fund. I'm going to leave his sorry ass next month, okay? Just put some money aside. Find a trusted friend that you can, if you have, unfortunately, if you have pictures of you beat up, find that trusted friend that you can send pictures to. Then delete them off your phone, okay? Find that person that you can put clothes aside. Just start stacking stuff up at her house. Just make a plan if you can, okay? I want you to be safe about this because when you leave, that is really one of the most dangerous times. I'm not going to lie to you. If you can get a restraining order, do it. If you feel it's going to be too dangerous, then we will find another alternative for you. But you've got to put together a plan if you have the time. I didn't at first, but then that last time I left, I had a plan. And that's how I stayed gone. Was it tough? It absolutely was. But you can do it, I promise you. My life now is so amazing. And I'm not bragging. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I just want you to know that you can have this life too. You can be free, honey. You can do you, boo. That's what it's all about. It's about doing you. And I can't wait to tell you more about how awesome life is after abuse. But it's been a long day. So let me get myself together, get ready for bed. But please don't go away because, girl, we got a little bit more to talk about.